What was that? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Robert. Did you want to ask me something?
Yeah, just give me a quick check-in on good, bad, ugly.
Okay, so the good. I've been going through from what we talked about the last time. Every time I'm hungry and I want to pick or just binge or whatever it is, I said why, and I write it down. And I said, why do I want to do this, Ellen? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to do this? But I didn't do it. So that's the positive part. The other good is that today I went through some of the modules again, and I
Yeah.
think that I am figuring out a little bit more as to my emotional mess, which is driving me and what I need to change and where I see myself a year from now. The ugly, um, it's still hard.
Cool. It'll be hard for the rest of our lives, folks. Just
Mm,
a
yeah.
nice little happy FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
I'm stopping expecting myself to be perfect. And
Can you repeat the last statement? What was that? I'm sorry.
I said I'm stopping myself from being perfect. And
All right.
I'm working on all of that. So that's what I'm doing. But I find it to be, like you said, it's going to be hard. But I'm really,
Sure.
really writing things down and working on it and keeping the focus.
Good. So, I mean, you didn't get hypercritical overnight, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
that's why I say to you guys, you have to start to think in terms of months and years, not days and weeks.
Yeah.
Remember those statements. You have to think results in terms of months and years, not days and weeks. That's great, Ellen. And how about yourself, Steph? Good, bad, ugly.
Good is attempting to eat a little something every 4 hours. So even when I'm not hungry, I'm still making sure I eat some form of thing. Unless, I mean, I wasn't really snacking before, but everything I seem to be eating now is very, like, more on a healthier side of things, only because I'm like making sure my protein goals are up. So even when I eat two things, it's like a high end protein snack of some sort. Bad. I wouldn't say anything was terribly bad. I feel like it was a pretty up and up kind of week, honestly. Terrible. I'd say the worst would probably still be my sleeping habits, but it's getting better. I'm getting better with the sleeping habits, but I was also sick this past week and I had a lot going on. So it was like a time frame thing, but it's better with sleep. So instead of like maybe 3 hours a night here and there, it's like four. And so it's a better quality of sleep that I've noticed, but still working on it.
All right, awesome. Adrian, how about yourself? Good, bad, ugly.
Uh, I'll start off with the good. I'm really learning that I tend to do a lot of social eating and drinking, and I think it's all because I want people to like me when I go out. I think that's part of it, and I tend to not plan enough. So I'm really concentrating on planning because all this is affecting my sleep. I haven't been sleeping well the past maybe 2 weeks. And so that's like, I think that's part of it. I'm learning more about me and my eating because I know what to eat, like you say, we all know what to eat and do. So I'm learning more about why I eat the way I do. So that's good
Yeah,
and bad, I
that's
guess.
very nice. So that's really well said. Of I'm learning why I do what I do, not just here's what I do. So
Yeah.
the underlying reasons. But here's a question for you. You said I tend to eat out quite a bit socially, and I tend that's a way or excuse me a way or a method that I get people to like me. Is that a good
Uh,
paraphrase?
no, no. While I'm out with people, I tend to like eat what everybody's eating. Like the other night, we were out and everybody ordered dessert, so I ordered dessert. It's like that kind of like want to be part of the group type thing. Don't want to stand out and, not. I guess it's all part of trying to get people to like me. I think that's part of the
Do they
problem.
not
Yeah.
like you?
People, I think they all like me. They were my family. I hope they love me. But still it's in my brain, you know. That's why I'm trying to look at it. Like why?
No, I understand.
Why? Yeah, so but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm giving
yeah.
you a line of questioning, but I have a one word for that, right? And I'll show it to you in a second because I wrote it down. Um, so the question I have for you is, do they not like you? If you
No,
choose to not have dessert while you're out to eat, or is someone not going to like you?
no, no, of course
No.
not. Of course not.
But
So
what
that's
might
like an
they do?
excuse. Oh,
What
it's
might they do? It's not
maybe
an
not
excuse.
ordered. Yeah, not yeah, it's almost like I'm using them as an excuse to have dessert.
Okay, now we have
Yeah.
some a
Oh,
little bit more accuracy, don't we?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
you got it. So if you decided, and there's a flip side to that too, right? You say, all right, I'm using them as a reason for me to have dessert. I'm
Hmm.
saying it's about, oh, if I don't have dessert, they won't like me. But in reality, I fucking want the dessert, and if I have it, I have justified it. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
yeah,
using the justification. I got it. All
yep.
right. Now the other
Lack of
part of that is, let's say that
responsibility.
let's say that you are out, and you decide not to have dessert. What is an opposite thing that might happen is that somebody might say to you, "Oh, come on, have dessert," because
Yeah.
now they're going to use you to justify them having dessert,
That's true.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay,
that happens. Yeah.
so here's the word: standards.
Standards. What are my standards?
Standards. And I'll give you an example. Some of you who were here this morning, I mentioned that my son Nicholas yesterday gave me a compliment for what might be the very, very first time.
Mm.
Right? He's 15. Um, so we were in the car driving. I don't remember how it came up, but he said one of his friends asked how old I was. And when he told them that I was 53, their jaw hit the floor. And they said that they thought I was 35 to 40.
Oh, wow.
Right. And which I said, well, that's not accurate, but
That's
thank you.
that's really
And
nice.
that's
Yeah.
and then he goes, well, you don't look like any of the other dads, like none of them. He goes, and
Wow.
they are 35 and 40, and you look younger
Wow.
than them.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it was a very nice compliment. And the reason for that, by the way,
Your standards.
is my standards are much, much different than the average person.
Are my standards.
By the way, you are a result of all of your standards through the course of your life.
Wow. Oh,
So
and
if you would
that's
like to be a
interesting. Not
different
yeah.
person, if you would like to be a
Standards.
different person, because that's really what this is about, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Being
Because
something
weight
different
loss,
next year. Yeah.
sustained weight slash fat loss, improving fitness, becoming more emotionally stable, etc., emotional regulation, that requires a different level of standards. Now, it takes a while to figure out what those standards are, and it
Yeah.
takes a longer while to put them into practice.
Yeah.
But understand that you are your standards.
Standards. Wow. And it's almost like, what are my values? Like
Right.
standards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. Wow,
Sure.
wow. But yep, it's good. Thank you.
Now,
Wow.
that leads us to, if you have read my book, the entire first part of it is all about
Yeah,
standards and values. And if you
yeah.
finish that section, you should go leave a 5-star review on Amazon.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I've got
Right.
it.
So,
Wow.
with
Okay,
that,
thank you.
what I want you to always keep in mind is that what standard am I living to? And what standard, what does this standard give me in my life?
Yeah.
And am I willing to lower my standard for someone else?
That's it. Yeah.
Traditionally, you would
Yeah.
have to say yes in a lot of your events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
but also one of your standards is justification.
Yeah. Vacation, which is
Something to think
not a
about.
health. That's not a healthy one. Not a healthy
Right. It's
standard.
certainly not helpful. You're
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
then Deb, good, bad, ugly.
Bad ugly. Well, good is that well, this week, this past several days, I was away at a friend's house and it was not, well, this isn't good, I guess. I didn't get as much protein as I would have liked. However, I also didn't do any kind of major workout either. So I didn't do either one. I guess I kind of gave my body a rest, but I also realized as uh, uh, as Adrian was talking, I realized if I'm out to eat, I I kind of I want dessert. I don't want a whole dessert, but I feel embarrassed to order dessert, so I don't. So I'm kind of the opposite.
Yeah, it's
So
like,
I really want it, and so I'm not justifying it, but and then afterwards I feel deprived. So then, when I'm by myself, then I'll have a dessert. So it's
yeah.
more like
Evening
I don't want to eat it
or
in front of people. I
Mm.
don't, I don't like if somebody else were to get it, um, or if nobody's getting it, that's when I won't. So if somebody does, I guess it's like it's okay. I don't know
Yeah.
if you all
Yeah.
feel the same way,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but I felt a similar thing like with my friends that I was with. They eat very little.
Yeah.
They eat very little. And there was one night where we barely even had dinner, and I kind of felt funny, like saying, I'm kind of hungry. Can we have something to
my
eat?
God, I'm going to
I,
die.
Yeah.
I know. Not that I'm gonna die, because they're always offering like little like nuts or seeds or
Mhm.
little things, and and I'm not terrible, but it's just, and then I feel like, oh my goodness, am I eating too much? Like I have a normal like breakfast, but I'm having a salad with a protein, and I make sure I have enough in there, and then I have extra cottage cheese. So that was that. And am I eating too much? And then I guess I'm just so judgmental on myself here.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, the good thing is I felt pretty good. I didn't feel like that once the major hunger pains went away. I was okay.
Oh God.
I didn't pass
Yeah.
out from the heat, so it was good. I
Mm.
drank a lot of water. Um, but yeah, that was the week. So I mean, there was some good in there.
So let's talk about that real quick, though.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
say, okay, um, I have shame because that's the feeling, right?
yeah,
I have
yeah,
shame ordering dessert,
yeah.
and therefore I self-sabotage by going home, hiding, and shoving a raspberry lemon cake down my throat.
I wouldn't go that far with the raspberry, with the whole cake.
You
But
know.
yes, I know what you're saying. Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
so with that, right? How do you talk yourself through that?
I
Yeah.
I say, do I really need dessert? And when I ask myself that question, I'm like, no, I don't really need it. So why do I
When
feel
do
like
we
I
ever
need to
need
hide
dessert?
it?
Let me pause you. When do we
Yeah.
ever actually need dessert?
Sometimes
Every
Never.
day. Every day.
I need
Yeah,
that.
right. So
No,
we
no.
never need it. We want it,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
it's and the reason I pause you on that is because
Hmm.
you're going to talk yourself into a corner. But there's a judgment there, right?
Yeah.
So what I want you, where I would like for you to get to, is it's never good or bad.
Hmm.
It is, do I really want dessert, and why am I choosing to eat it, or why am I choosing not to eat it? And that's the conversation. If I'm choosing to eat it because I know if I have it right now, I will feel satisfied, or it won't be as
Hmm.
good as I thought it was, but I won't feel deprived. And if I'm not deprived, then I'm not going to go self sabotage by eating due to shame.
Right.
Wow.
Makes perfect sense. It really does.
Self-sabotage. Yeah.
It's very true. It's very true. So you're saying that it's okay to give myself, if I really want it, to give myself permission to. Um,
You
at
do
the
give
time,
yourself
so I
permission.
don't feel.
You just don't do it in public.
Yeah, that's true.
That's,
That's true.
that's-
I guess it's
ah,
that thing where you're always you're kind of worrying about what people think, which
think. Mhm.
I have a hard time with that. I struggle, but I mean, I'm not totally obsessed with it, but I really do still
Sure,
struggle
of
with
course.
that. You know, always comparing or, you know, what are they going to think of me? And if somebody who I'm with is really, you know, eats very well and they really watch everything that they eat, you know, then I don't want to look
You're
like,
lying.
yeah, that I eat
Mhm.
terrible. But
Just so you
that,
know, they're lying.
The line.
okay. Okay. See, I'm very gullible. Like I'll believe them that they're doing
They
well.
actually may believe themselves, but they're
Yeah.
lying.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna remember that,
And
Robert.
think about it this way too, right? So there's two parts to
Uh-huh.
this, which will be really helpful for you. One
Okay.
is where did this level of shame come from historically? And you don't need to share that with the group, but
Right.
and you
I
may not
know.
have it at the time. Okay.
I do.
So that is what you need to have a discussion with yourself about, right? Because this is a cycle that'll continue to happen.
Very true.
But also play back the tape that we just went through, right? I do give myself permission to eat dessert. I just don't do it in public.
Mhm.
I wait until I'm alone and no one can see me.
Right.
And just remember this, right? It doesn't matter when you eat it. If you ate it, if you're wearing it, you ate it. Remember that.
I like that.
That's so true. Is
So
that
what
like
you have,
you are what you eat? That's the old.
and what you have though, right, is we're looking
Mhm.
for a genuine, authentic kind of experience in life, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a disingenuine experience. That saying, I want to be able, if I want dessert one out of every 3 times I go out, I'm going to have it. Versus,
Right.
I'm not going to order it so they think I'm really healthy and I'm really good, and I'm going to wait till I go home and hide and eat my dessert.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Shameful. You don't feel good.
Okay. And then
Hmm.
what happens? And then what happens? Now I have to
Yeah.
pull myself out of this hole again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
It's a cycle.
Yep. So this self-created
Yeah.
cycle, but I know where it came from. So that's what I want you to deal with this week.
Okay.
Is if I know where this cycle came from, let me address that.
That's where I need Stephanie. Stephanie the trainer.
Oh,
Mhm.
That's
yeah.
where I need her. Hmm.
I don't know if you know, Stephanie is a clinical psychologist.
Yes.
We all
She
need
just
her.
does not. She just does not practice here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Understood. I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
I've tried. She can't do it legally. So
Mhm.
um so just keep that in mind. Remember that, right?
Yep.
If I don't have my dessert here, am I going to go home and eat it in shame? And that's just a question you can ask yourself. The second part of that is, again, um, all those calories are going to get eaten anyway. And you're second guessing
Mhm.
yourself with your
Yeah.
friends, saying, oh my gosh, am I eating too much? What's their goal? What's their lifestyle? And I'll tell you that if
Yeah.
they're snacking on nuts 15 times a day, remember, um, calories and volume are two different things,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yeah.
A teaspoon of peanut butter, teaspoon of peanut butter, that's 200
Yes.
calories right there.
Yeah.
By the way, that's a teaspoon. This is what we use. If you're just using a
Mhm.
teaspoon to deliver your peanut butter, that is not
Wow.
200 calories, right? Because a teaspoon is flat, just so you know.
Oh,
Just because you used a teaspoon, that
right.
doesn't make it a measurement.
Mhm. Very true.
But whose goal do I actually care about? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Whose goal do I actually care about? Whose life do I actually care about improving? And it's mine. So I don't need to compare myself to others. I don't need to second guess myself. I need to live my path, not someone else's path, because they might be having 1,500 calories of nuts per day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never know. If they're
Yeah.
every hour they're trying to hand you a handful of nuts, that's not low calorie. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, your health food becomes very unhealthy, right?
Yeah.
And remember, healthy doesn't mean low calorie, and healthy doesn't mean not fattening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just means it might have some health benefits.
Okay.
So, address where the cycle came from. Kaprina, give me a quick good, bad, ugly this week, please. And by the way, I love your
Um,
scarf. I love your scarf.
oh, thank you. Um, Good was, I,
You started to
my
talk and
grandson
you
is not
left us.
walking. Oh,
Can you
are you
start
hearing
over?
me now?
Yes. Can
Yeah.
you start over
So
for us?
the good was I was babysitting my grandson on Sunday or Saturday, and he is not walking, and I spent 4 hours on the floor, and there was a lot of getting up and holding him, and no problem getting up from a sitting position holding a 25
Wow.
pound, 30-pound child, and
Wow.
without assist at all. So
Wow.
that was great, and chased him, crawled around on the floor for pretty much 4 hours just to keep him. I wanted to be with him, and so one of my goals, I guess one of them, and the major one, was to be strong and be able to do that. And there was, I wasn't sore, I wasn't anything, and I attribute that to going to the gym and trying to work hard. Sometimes I loaf, but and so that was a good thing.
Very nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so that's good. I'm not frail. And if I keep this up, I'm not going to be frail. And so
Oh,
that's good.
that's yeah.
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 Anything else to add?
Um, so that was good. I'm not happy with the scale still, but that's going to be a probably forever struggle. Bad is, but bad good. Let's qualify that. Um, I, on the other hand, did eat a brownie, maybe even two this week, and coffee. But what I said was, I'm not going to eat anything else all day. So I lived pretty much until dinner on a brownie and coffee, but it was very happy, and I knew I was going to do that. Not the smartest choice, but it was a choice. It didn't just go in my mouth. I said, I'm going to eat this because I want it. I'm going to wash it down with all kinds of coffee, which I love and did. And not, and I don't mean like a latte or anything like that. I just meant like black coffee, and very happy about it. And but it wasn't a blind decision. It was like, I want
Hmm.
this, and that's what I'll have today. I'm not going to have, I might have like a bite or two of yogurt, maybe not. And I'm going to eat that brownie, and that's going to sustain me until, dinner, which again was a healthy dinner. But so not a great choice, but it was a choice.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, how many calories in that brownie?
I have no idea. It was awesome. It was a Starbucks one, so it was bad.
All
It
right.
was
No problem.
horrible.
So, they are good. Speaking of Starbucks, do you guys remember 10, 12 years ago, Starbucks hot chocolate used to be the Godiva
Oh,
hot
yeah,
chocolate, and it was like
Yeah.
really
yeah.
thick and creamy. Now it's like water. It used to be a very different hot chocolate. It was life changing. So let's say that brownie was
Yeah.
500.
Okay.
What was the mindset that you had when you said, I ate a brownie, I'm not going to eat again until dinner?
That I balanced the calorie intake for what I would have had, kind of throughout the day.
Okay, cool. Now that's what I wanted to hear. Great.
Oh, okay.
So here's why I don't want you to do that again.
Okay.
How many calories would be in your lunch?
Probably about that much.
Great. You just replaced lunch with a brownie, right? Would you eat again from lunch
No,
to dinner?
no, that was breakfast too.
Oh, all right. All right. So
It was everything.
so now I had 500 calories for breakfast, which my breakfast might be 300, right? Let's
Right.
say 300, 400. So let's do this comparison because I want you to follow this. For breakfast, I made an unhealthy choice, and because it was unhealthy, I felt bad about it, or I didn't feel bad about it, but I knew I needed to
I did
control my
feel bad
calories
about it.
because it was right, it was unhealthy. So here's 500 that I had. My normal lunch, my normal breakfast would have been 350.
Right.
My lunch would have been about that 500, right? So now I'm actually in a calorie deficit eating a brownie.
Wait, you're supposed to be helping me not rationalize my bad decisions.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to give you some facts. I'm trying to.
Okay.
So now I'm in a calorie deficit eating my brownie, right? Because this is just
Correct.
factual. If I have 350 for
Right.
breakfast and I usually eat 500 for lunch, I have 500 for lunch and I skip for breakfast and I skip lunch. I am now in a calorie deficit comparatively.
Right.
And then at dinner, I decided to have 2 bites of yogurt. And dinner typically would be 750 with a 200-calorie snack. Now I had 600 calories instead of this 1600 calories, right?
Correct.
All because I decided to have a poor bad food choice for breakfast. Now, you know this, what's going to happen to your glycogen stores through the course of the day? Glycogen is nothing more than stored carbohydrate in your blood and in
Right.
your liver and your muscles. What's going to happen to your glycogen levels in your blood sugar through the course of the day?
They're going to drop, well, spike and then drop.
They're going to drop. So when you go to work out, whether it be that night or tomorrow, are you going to have better or worse performance?
I did come and see you and work out, and it was probably worse.
There you go. There's no doubt because you have no immediate energy from carbohydrate to fuel strength training. Well, shit. Right? So this one choice,
Okay.
here's how I want you to reframe it. I made the choice to eat a brownie, then not eat anything else so I can perform like shit for the next 2 days.
Wow. 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 What a way to put it. What
Okay.
perspective.
All right. No, that hits better. That hits. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Cool.
Wow.
Because I did go to the gym for 2 days and probably did kind of. I
Oh,
call
why
it
can't I
phone it
lift
in,
this
but I
much?
was
Why do
there.
I feel tired? Why am I so fatigued? Oh, it's because of that brownie. No, it's not. It's not because of the brownie. It's because everything that I did after the brownie, right? Because I had to make up for the brownie.
Yes.
And the reality is, no, you don't. Was it unhealthy? Well, sure. Was it lacking nutrition? Sure.
Oh yeah.
Did it create a scenario where you should have cut the rest of your day out? No. So remember, we're going to call this, I made a choice. We'll call it, just for lack of a better term, I made a bad choice, but then I followed up worse choices.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. So there's no making it up. It would just stop making poor choices.
Eat your lunch,
Okay.
eat your dinner,
Eat
get
my
back on
lunch.
track. The brownie is not going to make or break your fitness and health efforts. The brownie, right? So it's days like this and the ones that follow where this mindset takes over of I ate a poor food choice, therefore I must be punished. And that's exactly what happened, right? I must be
Yeah.
punished because I can't
Yeah.
eat
Yeah.
anymore, right? That's
Right.
what causes you poor results.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Okay. So, but I didn't feel shame because I thought I like
No,
rationalized and felt great about it. But
no.
no.
And that I'm really happy about. And don't
Yeah.
lose sight of. I didn't feel shame eating a brownie. I don't want you to feel shame eating a brownie. I also don't want you to not eat because you ate a brownie.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Okay.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, it
Cool.
does.
Just get back on track. That's it. Will you have
I did.
end up having a slightly higher calorie day? Maybe, but it's better than having a really low calorie day and then following it up with 2 really high calorie days. Because remember, when you do that, the body's going to make up for it anyway, right? If your glycogen drops, if your blood sugar drops, what's the signal from your body? It will gently initially tell you, hey, you need to eat something to bring my blood sugar back up. And if you don't follow through on that gentle signal, what's it do? Does it just say, oh, you're not going to eat? You know what? I'll stop now. Where to go, "Hey, it pushes until you eat. And then when you do eat, you don't eat back to balance. You always overeat. So that's why I want you to get back on track all the time. Stabilization of blood sugar is one of the most important things you could possibly do for long-term success, right? Just like we want to emotionally regulate and balance our body, I want you to physically regulate as well. That means you don't skip meals.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Because when you skip meals, nothing good happens. So I didn't get any nutrition in that day. And now I'm going to be super hungry the following day. And if not the following day, 2 days later, it's eventually going to catch up to me. Then you're
Wow.
face down into pizza.
Face down in the
Okay.
paper? What does
Sorry?
that mean?
Said pizza.
Oh,
Face down in the
pizza.
pizza.
Oh, okay. So that's, I thought you said paper.
It's just you in an empty cardboard box. Going, what the hell just happened? Again.
Mhm.
Oh, God. Ooh.
So when we talk about food, we talk about we don't want to skip meals. I don't want you to super overeat now, but both of those things are going to happen occasionally, right? So when you talk about food, I want you to think in terms of what do I actually need to do to see results? Do I need to eat perfectly? No. Do I need to eat 75% perfect? Well, maybe. Because remember, if you're taking your weekends off, that's 2 out of 7 days. That's 35% of your week. Oh boy, is 35% going to cut it, or 65% going to cut it? Maybe. But if it's not, then that's where you need to make changes. And that's what I would do for the next week is track all of your food intake. Track everything you eat. And then tie it back. Remember, tell me what you were thinking when you ate. Tell me what you ate. Tell me how you felt after you ate. So we don't just track food.
Mm,
Food choices are outcomes. Remember that. Food choices are outcomes.
that's great.
Tell me what you
Wow.
ate. Tell me what you were thinking when you made the food choice. And then tell me how you felt after. And do it for an entire week. And let's see where your trouble spots are. They will show themselves to you right away.
What was the outcome? Was the last one?
Food
What
choices
was?
are outcomes. Yeah.
Oh,
And your trouble spots will reveal themselves to you right away.
yeah. Ugh.
I agree. Ugh.
So, and then as far as supplementation goes, I put a post up on the Achievers page today about why we only carry .fit supplements. It's the only thing I stand behind. But one thing I want you to understand is that remember, you're trying to give your body every single thing it needs, except for calories right now. Everything it needs. So if you are not taking a multivitamin, the next time you are in, you have to make sure you get a .fit multivitamin. Why? Because brownies are calories without nutrients. Multivitamins are nutrients without calories. If you are trying to lose body fat, you are always going to be in a slight calorie deficit, right? So that means that if nutrients are found in your food and you're eating less, that means that not only do you have a calorie deficit, but you also have a nutrient deficit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't want a nutrient deficit. And that's where multivitamins come in. They're going to give your body what it needs without any additional calories. The multivitamin is the ultimate fat loss supplement because it provides calorie-free nutrition. And by the way, it also improves your health.
Yeah.
And I would strongly urge you to be taking a protein supplement. Do you need to have it every day? No. If you want to eat your protein, that's great. But if you prefer to drink your protein, then that's where your shakes come in, or or your bars that we have here. That's another method for you, or another alternative for you. But I would have one on hand anyway, even if you don't take it every day. Have it on hand so you don't skip. If you don't feel like eating, you're just full. Some days you're just super full. You don't feel great. You don't feel like, oh, I can't put this big meal in my belly. That's where your protein shake comes in. Then you can stay on target using tools. And if you start to look at everything as a tool, and you start to expand your toolbox, then you become unlimited. One of the things that I've seen in 30 years of working with people is they limit themselves, highly limit themselves. They only can see this. But imagine if you just changed your angle just like that and kept going, right? Instead of this, just a little bit, look what happens. Everything expands. So I want you to pick up more tools. Have them on hand. A hammer gets used often. A screwdriver gets used often. A chainsaw doesn't. But when you need a chainsaw, it's fucking important, isn't it?
You need it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. Have your tools available to you. So that's your food and your supplements. What I also want you to do this week, right, is track your food. But 1, 2, start taking your multivitamin and your protein supplement. 3, go to meals. So not only home cooked, but it could be the Spaziani stuff that we sell here in the freezer, or healthier frozen stuff from a grocery store that you buy in bulk and put in the freezer. It could be 3 fast food places that you can go to and know that you can order something decent.
What are they? Wendy's?
Food. Like what? Okay, Wendy's. Get the smallest cheeseburger, right? Or get a grilled chicken salad. Or not if you're driving, because it's impossible to eat a salad while you're driving, and they're awful. They take too long, right? But what I want you to do is just kind of put a heavy dose of reality, longevity into your food choices. And if you start to tell me, where's 3 places I can go to, and what are 3 things that I can get from those places, then you are starting to expand your toolbox. As an example, tell me what's wrong with a McDonald's Egg McMuffin besides nothing.
The butter.
English muffin. So what? English muffin, an egg, a piece of 1 slice of ham, 1 slice of cheese, 1/2 of a teaspoon of butter. You get 20 grams of protein, about 300 calories. That doesn't sound so bad, does it? And it doesn't matter that it came from McDonald's. Now, am I suggesting you go eat at McDonald's all the time? No, I'm saying that that's a tool. If you don't have breakfast, having an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's is better than not having breakfast. Is sitting down having 3 Egg McMuffins and a breakfast platter from McDonald's? No.
Oh, God.
Because their pancakes are gross, number 1. But what I want you to start to do is expand your toolbox. Well, an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's is a good, smart choice, especially if it prevents stupidity later. And a lot of what we're talking about is preventing stupidity.
Yeah.
You eat something now that's maybe a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 to avoid eating 14 ones later on.
Yeah.
That's smart strategy, isn't it? Because what you're looking for is longevity. You're not looking for perfection repeated for 2 days and then dropped. Longevity has options to it, but not too many options, which is why I want you to have 3 places with 3 things you can order. And that's it.
I can't think of another one.
Of what?
Another place. Like Burger King used to have a fantastic salad, but they don't have it anymore with apples.
Burger
in
King's
it.
gross, so we're not allowed to go to Burger King because Burger King's absolutely gross.
Funny enough, Burger King has more vegan options on their menus than they
Oh.
do at any other fast food joint. As crazy as that sounds, yeah. When I was vegan, their French fries are vegan, and compared to like any other fast food joint, because they still do theirs with their meat. Their chocolate fluff thing that they get is actually a vegan option, and they make a vegan sandwich.
They make a vegan sandwich.
Yeah, it's just without without the bun, without the meat, really.
Yeah.
Meat and cheese.
But the vegan options are not good. I mean, if you look at what's in the vegan stuff, you may as well eat the meat.
Yeah,
they're really not healthy.
Yeah, when I was
Oreos
vegan, it's pretty wild. They are.
Yeah. But Oreos are vegan. So
Give me something that you
Beyond
can get.
Meat is
There you go.
vegan.
Right. That's funny. Give me something you can get from Taco Bell.
I don't
I
know.
think you can get a taco salad with and just keep whatever that meat thing is there.
How about
Just
just
don't
a
get all
plain
the you can
taco?
put, yeah,
All
and
right.
just
Plain
put salsa
taco
on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
or a bean burrito fresca style.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I never heard of these things. I
I
was
never go to
thinking,
So,
Taco Bell.
well, I heard Taco Bell,
well,
but I
so
haven't been
I'm,
in
but
one in
what I'm
maybe
doing is
20
I'm trying to
years,
give you,
30.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
expand a
Yeah.
palette, right? I
Yeah.
want you to expand a palette. Where can I go? If I'm going on a road trip this summer, what am I going to do? Pack my food?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. So Taco Bell.
Supermarkets.
All right, there's
Taco
an
Bell.
option too, right? Bean
Yes.
burrito fresca style. Fresca simply means no sour cream, added salsa. That's all it is.
Okay.
The Wendy's chili is loaded with protein and not too bad.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's got a lot of salt in it. Okay, compared to
Yeah,
what?
well, yeah.
But remember, that's one of those terms I want you to go back to. Compared to what?
Yeah.
Because what I really want is a Dave's triple, but I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get the smallest cheeseburger they have and in a small chili, and I'm gonna be satisfied with that. And it fits what I'm trying to
Yeah.
do long term, and I can move on with my day. I can go to Subway and I can get a 6-inch turkey sub with mustard and vinegar on it.
Hmm.
Awesome. So you can find something to eat everywhere that doesn't have to be a salad, and it doesn't have to be perfect. What it has to do is support the lifestyle you're trying to build. Most of the time, yeah, we should be on repeat. I eat the same breakfast 5 out of 7 days. I eat the same damn lunch 5 out of 7 days. I eat the same dinner 5 out of 7 days. But then I need some options, or else I will go out of my mind.
Yeah.
So, with that, here's how I'm going to end. I want you to have less things, but I also want you to be able to expand your palate to know what you can get and where. However, you don't need to eat something different every day. I would get into the habit of eating the same thing for 3 days because you cooked it all and
Yeah.
ate the same damn thing for 3 days, and then the next time you cook, you eat the same damn thing for the next 3 days.
Yeah. Leftovers.
That'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally, when I'm out or I'm doing this or I'm doing that, I need to expand my palate to trust myself that I can make a smart choice wherever I am, whatever circumstance I am, and whatever consequence I find myself in. I can make a good choice. That's when you start to have long-term success. All right, around the room, Caprina, anything you took from today?
Yeah, that I'm not this is not negotiating with myself to have a brownie and to just think that I can balance that off. I need to get the protein and all that in. It's not
I just need to
a
get
bargain.
back on track. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Ellen, how about yourself? We'll come back, Ellen. Debbie.
Find the why. Find the
Cool.
why and why I do things. I'm gonna dive deeper into that.
Very
Mhm.
cool. Adrian.
Oh, definitely my whole thing about justifying my actions. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Thank you. Never.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's unbelievable. I have all these notes here. It's like, oh my God.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mine
And
oh, sorry, go ahead.
okay. No, I was just going to add that something that Debbie was talking about helped me too. About, it's almost like worrying about what other people are thinking. That's a big thing. Growing up in an Italian house, especially, it's a big thing. Yeah. So that really helped me, Debbie. Thank you. Yeah.
Sweet. Steph.
Mine is extending my palate. Like, yeah, there was a lot of things. Like, I was vegan at one point, and so that was like a weird little jump for me. That was before I met you guys, but and then just I'm finding it less enjoyable to be eating certain things that I'm consistently eating. So it's just finding something new to a flavor to add to things. Yeah. So it's not boring to me, right? Like I'm eating things to just kind of stay hungry, but then it's like, nah, I don't want to eat it anyway. And finding things to eat anyhow is also hard because of the shot. Like I don't want to eat to begin with. So it's like this
Sure.
constant eating battle that's going on. But other
Yeah,
than that,
yeah.
it's like adding a new flavors. So, and I don't really eat fast food anymore, and I don't drink soda anymore because I don't have a need for it. I can pass by, right, 23 because I live over here, right? So 23 is full of
Oh,
food every
oh,
corner, right?
oh, it's
And
Sure.
unbelievable.
and even if I'm not, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been like 4 hours. I need to find something to eat, and I'm just like looking at, I'm like, duh, there's nothing here that's like pleasing to me in a sense because I'm not craving it. So it's just finding more things to add to make it like, I don't know, a new taste.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm definitely more of a like a go in mom and pops type of diner type style person than I am like a
Yeah.
fast food joint.
Hmm.
If you guys like sauces, look up Joey Swoll's stuff. Taste flavor. I'll tell you guys tomorrow what the name of the place is. The name of
Yeah.
the company is. It's very low calorie sauces, and they're actually pretty good. I have a handful of them.
Wow. Wow.
And just keep in mind, right? When you buy food from us, it's flavored, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
flavorful,
it's
right?
yummy.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. It's because people like flavorful things.
Yeah.
It can be
Don't want
healthy and
cardboard.
flavorful. It doesn't have to be dull and boring, and it doesn't have to be punishment.
Yeah.
Cool. Ellen, are you able to unmute?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just going to work on documenting and consistently looking toward a year from now. What do I want? And trying
Yeah.
to keep focused and keep that in front of me. And how do I get it?
All right, great.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, ladies. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.